The planet of wisdom, abundance, goodness is coming into the house of intelligence, love and romance, and children. It is going to bless the fifth house. If you want to know more about Jupiter in the fifth house, keep watching. Namaste and welcome to Pramanik Astrology channel. I'm your host Prasad Mahazani, sending you tons of positive energy, sending you high vibration for your highest good and greatest growth. If you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. You will be getting Vedic astrological videos just like this one. And these videos will help you raise your vibrations and become your true self with the help of Vedic astrology. If you have any questions, please add me at Pramanik Astrology on Instagram. I read all the DMs and I reply to almost all the DMs. If you have any questions or queries, please share your queries into the comment section of the relevant YouTube videos. I read all the comments and I reply to all the queries. If you are looking for readings and consultation, check out the link into the description section, or you can DM me on Instagram. Jupiter in the fifth house of the horoscope. Before we talk about Jupiter in the fifth house, what is Jupiter? The first thing which comes to my mind when I think of Jupiter is the goodness. Jupiter is all about the goodness in life. Jupiter is optimistic. Jupiter is abundant. Jupiter is about your honesty. Jupiter is all about the wisdom in life. Jupiter also signifies anything which is surplus. Jupiter also signifies the positivity in life. Jupiter also signifies faith and spirituality in life. Jupiter has three special aspects. Jupiter can aspect 5 places away from himself, 7 the normal drushti, and it also has a special 9th aspect. What is fifth house? Fifth house is the house of self-expression. So fifth house also signifies love and romance. Fifth house is also about the children. Fifth house shows the gains from your marriage, as it is 11 places away from the 7th house. Fifth house is the house of the intelligence. Fifth house is the house of strategy. Fifth house is also the Purva Punya house. Fifth house is one of the Dharma Trikona house along with 159. Fifth house is also the house of speculation and gambling. Fifth house is the house of the self-expression. Fifth house is also the house of artistic pursuits, performing arts, or any kind of self-expression with regards to arts. Now we have Jupiter in the fifth house of the horoscope. The first thing which comes to my mind when I think of Jupiter is the goodness. So Jupiter brings in its goodness element to all the fifth house things of the horoscope. So these people, the person with the fifth house Jupiter, are very good-hearted people. Fifth house also has the Leo energy, because in a Kalpurush Kundali, fifth house also is ruled by the sun Leo. So when Jupiter comes in here, it brings in all its goodness into this house. So this placement makes the person a very good-hearted person. These are honest people. Jupiter is all about the faith, higher belief, positivity and spirituality. And when the planet of spirituality, higher belief, faith is coming into one of the Dharma Trikona house, it kind of brings the good vibes to this house. The Jupiter in the fifth house makes person follow their true path, that is dharma. Jupiter is the planet of dharma because Jupiter rules the Sagittarius, which is the last Dharma Trikona sign. So Jupiter is the ultimate Karaka for the Dharma. And now this planet is coming into another Dharma Trikona house. which makes this person wise. Jupiter is the planet of wisdom, and now this wisdom is coming into the house of intelligence. So these people are well guided. These people have that wise intellect which they use for their own benefit and also for those who ask for advice. If you ask advice to these people, you will get the best of the advice from the Jupiter in the 5th house person. Especially with respect to the financial advice, these people can give the best and the honest of the advices. Jupiter is also a guru. So Jupiter makes one of the best teachers. The planet of the guru and teacher is coming into the house of education. The planet of guru, spirituality, teacher is coming into the house of education. Now this gives the person with the 5th house Jupiter very good education. They are very careful about their education. They have the heart in their education. They follow their education with heart. They have the best of the teachers. They have the great connection with their gurus, because 5th house is the house of love and the Jupiter is the planet representing your gurus, your teachers. So these people have a very cordial relationship with the guru. Also, this makes the person with the 5th house Jupiter himself a very good teacher. Why? Because these people are very pure hearted, they have the wisdom, they have the intellect, and now they have that positivity, optimism, and the guidance from the Jupiter. So this makes a very unique blend of wisdom and intelligence. 5th house is also the house of children, and Jupiter is the Karaka for the children. Jupiter in the 5th house, these people will also guide their children on a good path, on the path of Dharma, on the path of one's true self. That's what Dharma is. Dharma is not religion. Dharma is your true self. Like, what is the true self for the fire to burn? What is the true self for the water to get wet? That's what Dharma of the water. That's what the Dharma of Agni. Okay, so Dharma is being your true self. And when you have Jupiter in the 5th house, these people guide their children to become their true self. Jupiter is the most benefic planet, and when this planet is placed into 11th house from the 7th house, it gives the best results with respect to the 7th house. From the 5th house, Jupiter aspects the 11th house, 1st house, and the 9th house. Jupiter has 3 special aspects. Jupiter can aspect 5 places away from himself, 7 the normal drushti, and it also has a special 9th aspect. So wherever Jupiter is placed in, it will aspect the 5th house from itself, 7th house from itself, and 9th house from itself. And when we are saying 5th, 7th, and 9th, we have to count the house where Jupiter is placed in. In our case, Jupiter is placed into the 5th house. So what would be the houses Jupiter will aspect? Jupiter has the 5th house aspect. So we will count 5 houses from the 5th house. So it is 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. So Jupiter will aspect the 9th house from the 5th house with its 5th aspect. Wow! Now the 7th aspect. We have to count 7 places from the 5th house. So it is 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th. So 11th house is 7 places away from the 5th house. And now we have to count the 9 places from the 5th house to look at which house Jupiter is going to aspect with its 9th aspect. So let's count 9 places from the 5th house. Why 5th house? Because we have Jupiter placed in the 5th house. So 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th and 1st. So from the 5th house with the 9th aspect, Jupiter will aspect your ascendant. Super benefic. Let's look at the effect of these aspects. Jupiter aspects the 9th house of your horoscope with the 5th house aspect. 9th house is the house of the bhagya, the fortune. And now you have the planet of abundance, positivity, faith, wisdom aspecting the 9th house. 9th house very much resonates with the core signification of the Jupiter, which is spirituality, wisdom, honesty, goodness and abundance. Fortune is resonating with the abundance. Okay, so yes, when Jupiter aspects the 9th house of the horoscope, it brings in the fortune and the spirituality and religious inclinations and positivity in all spheres of life, drawn towards higher studies, because the planet of wisdom is aspecting the house of higher education and is placed into the house of education, the 5th house, and intelligence. So it's super benefic for the higher studies. Okay, from the 7th aspect, Jupiter is aspecting the 11th house. 11th house is all about the expansion. 11th house is the house of your gains, and Jupiter is the planet of expansion. So when Jupiter is aspecting the 11th house, it brings in the expansion into one's social connections. The person with the 5th house Jupiter is connected with social organizations, larger organizations, and is networking with the good people, with the worthy people. Now Jupiter is aspecting ascendant with its 9th aspect. What is the 1st house? 1st house of your horoscope is your physical body, and it is also about your orientation towards the life. It is the house which decides how you are going to look at life. It is not how people are going to look at you. It is about how you look at the life. So when the planet of goodness is aspecting your personality, it brings in that element of goodness into your personality. These people become best teachers, because Jupiter is also about the teachings. The 5th house Jupiter brings in the positivity, because it is now aspecting the personality, the ascendant. And when the Jupiter aspects your personality with its 9th aspect, the person with the 5th house Jupiter is very optimistic towards the life. It brings in that positivity into his personality. Okay, yes, this was Jupiter as much as I could hold, grasp and share with you guys. But if you are starting into Vedic astrology, I have one playlist called How to Get Started into Vedic Astrology. You should definitely check that out. And if you want to know more about the planets through houses, I have a playlist for that. You should also check that. I will put end screen for both these playlists. Do check them out. So yes, this was Jupiter as much as I could hold, grasp and share with you guys. Sending you tons of positive energy, sending you high vibes. See you in the next videos. Love and peace.